One of the more interesting trolls that has been floating around here on YouTube within the past few years is BG Kumbi, aka Based God Kumbi.
My skin may appear white, but I am actually 1/64th Native American, and I'm also Jewish. I converted.
BG Kumbi started his YouTube channel back in 2012 when he was 16 years old. And while many of his videos are just random thoughts and discussions, the videos that got people's attention were his trolling videos and political satire videos. BG Kumbi's first targeted trolling effort was back in 2012 when he declared war on 4chan. He would profess his support for 9gag in a video called I Declare War on 4chan, Join Le 9gag Revolution, which if you have any sense, you can clearly understand that this video is a trolling effort. Regardless, this video got lots of attention and would get hundreds of thousands of views. Kumbi would go back and forth with 4chan, and at this time, no one really had any idea that he was a troll because this was the first time that he went about trolling people. But eventually, he was discovered to be joking the whole time. It was a little bit easier to fool people by trolling back in 2012. Another trolling campaign you may know BG Kumbi for is his campaign against PewDiePie. He's constantly joking with PewDiePie, sending jabs his way. I mean, he's got a video titled PewDiePie Needs to Impregnate Marcia Before It's Too Late.
How long are you going to wait before you pump some Nordic seed into that Italian stallion wife of yours? Do you need me to show you how, bro?
And all this seems to have been taken in jest on PewDiePie's side because he's made a video in the past responding to BG Kumbi's attacks towards him in a very joking manner. It seems like the two are on the same page here. Everybody knows that Kumbi is a troll in this situation. But BG Kumbi's trolling of 4chan and his campaign against PewDiePie is just scratching the surface at the levels of trollhood that this guy has achieved. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the career-defining troll effort from BG Kumbi. We're going to be talking about the time that BG Kumbi trolled his way into a Fox News interview with Jesse Waters. And before we get started, I want to let you guys know that this video is sponsored by ExpressVPN. More information at the end of the video. So let's go ahead and find out how the hell BG Kumbi did this. So in order to set the stage for this BG Kumbi story, we really need to just hop into a time portal to early 2017. So as we go back to 2017, let's take a look at the state of American politics and political activism. See, Donald Trump had recently won the presidential election, and his first day in office was January 20th of 2017. There were some people who were upset about this, and there were some people that were thrilled. But no matter what side of the political spectrum you may fall in personally, there's no denying that the state of American politics was more divisive than at any other time in recent memory. Activism and protests were extremely popular, and while some people would indeed go out to hold peaceful events, a good portion of protests in early 2017 could be boiled down to a bunch of kids with liberal arts and gender studies degrees brawling with MAGA hat wearing Trump supporters. Very little productivity would ever come out of these protests. And if you worked in the mainstream media at this time, this was great for you because you got to report on all of this stuff. A popular narrative with the more left-leaning news organizations was to report on the perceived danger of the rise of the alt-right. But the right-wing news organizations, specifically Fox, had a boogeyman of their own, which they liked reporting about, and that boogeyman was ANTIFA, or the anti-fascists, a group of loosely connected left-wing political activists whose stated goal was to stop fascism. But really, the group's actions can be basically boiled down to, let's dress up like ninjas and sucker punch people at some protests. ANTIFA was a hot topic in early 2017, and not much was really known about the organization and if there was really any sort of concrete leader. But what was certain was that the group was prone to engage in acts of violence. So with that said, enter BG Kumbi.
Hey yo, big gangsta come.
It's June of 2017 and things had been somewhat quiet over on his YouTube channel. He had recently released classics such as I'm Sick of Girls Rejecting Me on Tinder, My College Experience So Far, Sad Video, and Trash Bag Man Rises, and was sitting at just over 23,000 subscribers. But it had been a while since BG Kumbi had launched a targeted troll campaign and it was about time for him to come up with something spicy to keep everybody on their toes. If you look at this guy's track record, you know he wouldn't go too long before he had to bamboozle everybody. But how is he gonna do it this time? Well, it's that political climate that I explained, which would facilitate the best troll that he had done so far. Let's dig a little deeper here. See, with the political climate being so inherently divisive and the media focusing on these violent protesters, specifically Antifa, showing their cowardly actions in reports across the nation, there began to be this growing sentiment of hatred towards anyone claiming to be a member of this Antifa group. And this hatred towards Antifa was compounded within the context of the internet. YouTube specifically. You have to understand that in 2017 you had YouTube commentators like Sargon of Akkad, Steven Crowder, and Dave Rubin reporting on these guys, revealing how scummy some of these Antifa members could really be. The group was generally hated, especially online. So BG Kumbi, realizing the sensitive and volatile nature of just the entire topic of Antifa, comes up with his greatest idea yet. Post a video claiming to have joined Antifa.
Greetings, comrades. It's me, BG Kumbi here, with something of a major update. As you all know, ever since Trump got elected president, it's been my goal to personally take him down. You see, celebrities all hate Donald Trump, so in order to become the most famous celebrity of all time, I'm going to be the one to stop Trump's reign of terror. And the first step to achieving that was to join Antifa. We smash fash. I already punched my first Nazi today too. I was just at the hospital and there was this bald guy, you know, a skinhead, lurking around the cancer ward. I sucker punched him and then I ran away as fast as I could before he could retaliate. And now I'm a friggin' hero.
So for those who knew about Kumbi and his YouTube channel, they were acutely aware that he was trolling during this video. But there were some who didn't take this video so lightheartedly and thought he was being completely serious. I mean, you take a look at this dislike bar here, it's pretty much 50-50. And you can take a look at the comments as well. You have people in a very serious tone responding to BG Kumbi's message in this video, and they're not super happy about it. Good luck, mate. 100 million deaths, good job endorsing that. I really doubt you will be royalty. I'm no fascist, only an independent. I don't think you're the good guys. And when you Antifas finally start a civil war, you'll be the first ones to die. You're just a dumb, crazy kid who doesn't know anything about the world. The video in itself and the reaction just here on YouTube, it was a fine troll. Excellent work. But the story doesn't end here, it just gets more and more bizarre. On July 7th of 2017, in an anarchist blog loosely linked to Antifa called itsgoingdown.com, an anonymous author wrote a call to arms for liberals and progressives to engage in, quote, confrontational and disruptive social movements. And some people interpret this as, hey, fellow progressives and liberals, throw on a black hoodie and a ski mask and hit the streets and start punching some Trump supporters. The blog would go on to be covered by Fox News' very own Jesse Watters, host of the Watters World segment. At this time in 2017, you gotta understand that Fox News and its viewers were completely bewildered with the whole concept of Antifa. They saw it almost as this Al-Qaeda-like organization that was rising from the depths and causing all of this madness. So it was a perfect topic for them to cover on Fox News because they knew it would get views. And in this Fox News segment where Jesse Watters covers the itsgoingdown.org article, he was able to track down the anonymous author of the article to come on to the show for an interview. Well, who was the person that claimed to be the anonymous author of this itsgoingdown.org article? Was it some sort of radical political revolutionary or an upper ranking in the Antifa hierarchy of membership? No, the guy who claimed to have written the article was BG Kumbi, and he came on Fox News and was interviewed by Jesse Watters. BG Kumbi had somehow tricked Fox News into thinking that he was the leader of a Boston, Massachusetts branch of Antifa, and he said his name was Kevin. He had communicated with Fox News in private that he was the one that wrote this article, and they just didn't vet it at all and invited him on the show. Here's this interview. I'm gonna play a decent amount of footage from this interview because it's absolutely hilarious. Check it out.
Kevin, who doesn't want to give his last name, represents the Antifa branch of Boston, claims he wrote that letter. He joins me now.
We only want violence and self-defense from aggression by these racists and xenophobes that come and attack us at our peaceful protests.
Who's been attacking you guys?
Racists, mostly. They're racist.
Klan members have been attacking you guys?
Right-wing Trump supporters. Klan members fall under that category.
Okay. Yeah, because
First
we're looking at some
says,
video right now. I don't know if you can see it, but we don't see a lot of hand-to-hand combat. We just see a lot of your crew smashing windows and lighting things on fire. How is that self-defense?
No, I can't see any video. I just got a blank screen here.
Okay, well, you got to take my word for it. Was it in self-defense when you firebombed a limousine during the inauguration?
Yes.
Okay, so the Muslim immigrant who owned the limo that was firebombed was trying to make you look bad how?
I don't think he's the one that firebombed it. It's these right-wing infiltrators. You see it all the time, all over the internet.
So what about when an Antifa member stabbed a police horse in the neck with a knife? Was the horse a racist Trump supporter?
Yes. So the horse...
I didn't know horses could vote. What is your goal, your bottom line goal?
Our goal, I like to keep it plain and simple. I like to say we want to smash the fash.
The horse is a fascist, guys. The horse is a fascist. You know, if Fox News even did the smallest morsel of research on this guy, they would have clearly figured out that BG Kumbi was a troll and they were getting bamboozled, but I'm glad they did it because it led to one of the greatest trolling experiences I've ever witnessed. Several online blogs would go on to point out Fox's folly, and BG Kumbi himself would post his own update video about the situation days later. But this wasn't before several conservative figureheads had shared the Fox News clip believing the fake Antifa member was real. Eric Trump had retweeted a Paul Joseph Watson share of the video, and Mike Cernovich commented on the BG Kumbi interview as well, but it seemed like he was privy to the fact that Kumbi was a troll. BG Kumbi would post a video on July 18th titled, "The Truth, How I Own Both Fox News and CNN in the Same Day." All of this, while still in character, explains his goal as far as all this trolling stuff goes. Check this out.
First of all, greetings, comrades. I'm Comrade Kumbi. You must be quite confused right about now, but I'm going to clear everything up here shortly. Everyone wants to know my goal, what my goal is here. And I have one goal and one goal only. Utter freaking chaos.
Kumbi would go on to upload a rip of his Fox News interviews with Jesse Waters on his own YouTube channel, and it has over 100,000 views today. This was easily one of the more expertly done trolls in recent memory. His YouTube channel currently sits at over 47,000 subscribers, and he's still uploading more anti-comedy style videos to this day. But anyways, that's really the end of the story. I wanted to share this with you guys because I feel like BG Kumbi is super underrated in that anti-comedy slash Sam Hyde vein of comedy. But before you guys go, I want to tell you about the sponsor of today's video, ExpressVPN. I know many of you have already heard YouTubers talk about the importance of a VPN, but this is important especially in a time where companies are basically selling your internet browsing history to the highest bidder for ads. Look, if you're like me and want to have an optimal experience using the internet and you don't want your browsing history sold to companies, now is the best time to invest in a VPN like ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN has servers in 94 countries that you can choose to set your location to, so you can get pretty creative here as far as locations go. The app works on every device: Windows, iOS, Android, Mac, Linux, you name it. It's easy to use. Connect with just one click. You'll be able to avoid any type of content firewalls. If certain sites are blocked in your country, simply switch to another location or server to gain access. Look, as a YouTube content creator whose stuff is viewed by millions of people, I definitely value my anonymity online, and that's why I use ExpressVPN. The service is only $7 a month and it has a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you really can't go wrong here. So find out how you can get 3 months of ExpressVPN free by clicking the link in the description box. expressvpn.com/wavywebsurf, that's expressvpn.com/wavywebsurf for 3 months free with a 1-year package. So click that link and take back your privacy today. Major shout out to my patrons, I appreciate you guys. Wavy Web Surf out, peace.